Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be the very first video of the start of the series of putting the air suspension in the Speed. I finally got all the parts. Well, not quite all of them, but I'm just missing my rear bags, my new rear bags. These ones are too big over here. These are actually for a like a small pickup truck kind of deal, so that kind of sucks. So I've ordered new rear bags and they're on their way, but everything else is here. So I'm finally going to start tackling this and start installing. Maybe I'll do the lines today, I'm not sure, but today I'm hoping to get my rear shocks in, which are right here. Savagely rip that box open. They're Coney Sport Yellows, and I think these will be great for the air suspension. I didn't get airlift ones. I decided to go with Coney's, and those are the Racelands. Like I said in another video, Clark will be buying those. I think he's picking them up this weekend. These are my top mounts for the shocks, so I'll be putting them into these first and bolting those down, and yeah, I think that's what I'm going to start with. I didn't really do much with the struts because I don't have dust protectors or dust sleeves and bump stops. This is just, I was just mocking up the old stock ones. I decided to start tackling some airlines here, and I'm starting with the front right, and as you can see, there's a big mess of hose here. Let me catch you up what I'm doing. So I started to route it the same as my meth pump, as you can see here. I have a little notch in the carpet there, that's where they go under, and then it comes up right here. You can see the two hoses right here. One of them's the meth, one of them's the air. We'll come over to this side, pop this panel out here, and you can see the AEM one there, that's the meth, and then the air one below it by the orange and pink wire there. Goes all the way down here underneath the carpet right here. Underneath this, it will all get cleaned up in the end anyway, so what you see is not the finished product, obviously. So it goes under that carpet, in behind this panel here, and out here. It's all under the carpet, you can't see it, and this is where I am now. If you're at this point, it's just gonna run up here like this, and then this panel pops off on the side here, and also that drops down from underneath the glove compartment, and I'm just gonna route this right up here and up to where the AEM one goes, and they will both come out of the big grommet, which this is gonna be hard to show, but if you've seen my meth install, try to get it on camera there. You can see the red and the blue wires, and the meth tube there. There's a big grommet right there that comes out of the firewall, and you can see my meth line that comes around right here, snakes all the way around the front of the engine bay and over into the throttle body. We're going to be pretty well doing the same thing with the airline, except we are going to be coming out of a grommet back here. Not really a grommet, actually, there's just a hole where my middle finger's pointing there, that big hole. Gonna come right out of there and just leave it dangling right here until we get everything situated. So that's where I'm at right now. The driver's side's gonna be a little bit different. Don't mind my sweet little head cam here. Driver's side's gonna be a little bit different. I'm not sure if I want to mimic it, what I'm doing on the passenger side all along the door sill here again. I just don't know where the grommet would be underneath the driver's side footwell. So I'll just tackle that when I get to it, but right now I'm going to finish up routing this through the firewall in the front on the passenger side, and I'll show you guys whenever I finish. Okay, so got the line installed, or I guess routed to the to the fender well. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's 2 black hoses in there. Like I said, meth and airline, and here is where it comes out of. It's kind of hard to show you, but right there in that hole, comes right out nicely to the front strut. This is going to be interesting. Let me give you the rundown on this wiring harness right quick. So at this end, this is the end in the trunk. We'll start right here. I kind of just have this tied to hold it. Management plug right here. That's just going to plug right into the 3P manifold. This is a fuse. This just gets bolted down. These 2 connections right here, those are for the compressor, red and black to red and black, obviously. So yeah, fuse, compressor wires, management. Right here is a little connector for if you're adding a second compressor, which I do not have right now. Probably in the future I will add one. Right here are your height sensors for a 3H setup. That's the next management up from the 3P. So you'd get 4 height sensors for each corner of the car. Don't have those, so won't be using those. We go down the line here, and this braided line here goes right to the battery, red and black. And this pink wire right here, this is a switched wire, so this will go to something that gets power as soon as the ignition is on. So probably, from what I've read, the wipers are a good one, so I'll have to look into that a little bit more. And then this cable right here, this last one, is just a USB cable for the controller, and that will go right inside the cockpit, right beside me in the driver's seat. So this is the whole harness here. Doesn't look too bad all laid out like this. It's pretty simple, really. The hardest part is just going to be running it, finding a spot in the car to run this. And yeah, I'm not too sure where I'm going to do that quite yet, but that's what I'm here to do right now. Figure out exactly how this is all going to get set up so that I can start tackling it like I did for this hose. So it's just it's just a matter of getting this all laid out, figured out where things are going to run, and start tackling it. So I'm going to probably start tackling this maybe, or just start on another line for the front, probably get the fronts done, and that will be it. And then the rears are a little bit easier because they're definitely not as long as the fronts, obviously. But yeah, I'll keep you guys in the loop when I get some more done. Alright guys, so making some decent progress right now, actually. Hopefully you can see this, but this is the grommet here I was talking about earlier. Try to get that in there as much as I can. You can see the big hole in the back. That's where the grommet sits. I have cut out a hole right under this flap right here where my thumb is. That's where the power harness is going to be run through once I feed it from the trunk. So this is all good now. So we can start running this harness. What I'm going to do is take the pink wire and this wire and just tape the ends together at the very end like this, just so that when I'm feeding it through, it's a lot easier and it all goes as one and not separate. So that's what I'm going to do right now, and I'll show you guys once I get this fed through the side. There you go. Power harness is through, finally. Here it is. Here you can see the start of it going under the exact same spot as the air hose. Coming up here, I deattached this so I could reach in back and grab it. You can see it all running in behind there. And the same route in behind here, down the sill, behind the carpet, in behind this side panel, down in below the carpet. This is the only spot you can't really hide it because I have so much in there now that that's kind of just how it sits, in behind the carpet here. And then you can see the braided hose or braided wires here, and they go up in behind the glove compartment through the grommet like I showed you. So you can see the mess of it right there. The grommet is pushed out towards us here. It's not seating in its hole. You might be able to see the hole still back there, but you can see I drilled a new hole on the side of where all my other stuff is, and just because that braided line is a lot thicker than everything else, so I definitely didn't have room. But there it is coming out, and it just meets the battery here, right here. I think it's just going to be enough to get to the fuse box as well, I'm hoping. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to extend that wire or not, but we'll deal with that when that time comes. I'm just super stoked that I finally got it all routed. I wasn't really looking forward at all to routing these lines. I still have to do three more lines, but passenger front's done, like I said, and the power harness is done now. So that's 2 huge ones done, and now it's just 3 more air lines, and 2 of them are for the back anyway. So yeah, I am going to, the only other thing I have to do is run the USB now, wherever that is in here. This here, the USB for the controller, which will go in the cockpit. Somewhere's up there. I don't even know where I'm going to put it yet. Maybe to the right of the center console, like the radio on the passenger side, and get some sort of mount to face it towards me, because I don't really know of anywhere to put it on the driver's side. So my access port is already up top there, so I'll have to figure that out. But I'm probably just going to run this up there anyway, just so I can have it up there and I can close off everything here, and I'll be done with ripping up my interior, because I hate doing that. All the plastic clips and stuff really bother me, popping them in and out all the time. Not all the time, but I just don't like taking my interior apart. I like keeping it nice and OEM and closed up, but this is what you got to do to mod your car. So I'm just going to run this the same way I did everything else, and then I'll button everything up, and I'll show you guys where we're at. Alright guys, so I think I'm finished for the night. I buttoned everything, well, not everything, but I started buttoning everything back up, because I don't think I need to be running any more wires through here. So we're all back to OEM looking. This one's not yet. I just need to pop the door sill back in and put the panels back up, but I'm just going to leave it for now because I think I have to do some more work to the grommet. But here is my USB cord. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with this, but I got it to the cockpit, so that's fine. I was thinking of mounting it something like this and then just hiding the cord, but we'll deal with that another day. So I gotta work in 6 hours, so I'm gonna head home, but got a lot done. Super stoked with everything I completed tonight in the short period of time I was here. So I'll probably be back tomorrow, and we'll just jump into the next clip. So peace.